Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. So I am coming right off the back of filming a huge 3-month summer wrap-up. So if I look familiar, it's because I just finished filming that. But this is going to be my video for everything that I read in September. And a lot of that is audiobooks because September in particular was super busy because it was my wedding month. I got married on September 20th and it went off amazingly, but especially the month of September leading up to it was very busy, so I didn't have a lot of time to be sitting and reading physical books, but I could still read audiobooks while I was, working out or doing chores or whatever. So a lot of audiobooks this month, but I did read one physical book, and I started reading kind of creepy fall vibes, even though most of September is summer, and my wedding was a summer wedding. I think the first day of fall was the 21st or the 22nd. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reviews of the books that I read in September. Midnight Rooms by Donyae Coles, narrated by Georgina Campbell. This is a historical gothic horror about a girl named Orabella whose uncle marries her off to this rich stranger who seems nice and promises to treat her well and make sure that she wants for nothing. But once she arrives at his manor, she starts experiencing strange things, hearing strange noises, and things just don't feel right in the house or with the family. So this was a 3-star, kind of a weird one. The writing was flowery and beautiful and evocative. The vibes were there. And I loved the first third-ish of this. Very captivating, just so moody. But things started to get repetitive, and there are these fever dream sequences that are honestly confusing, and by the end, I'm not sure if there were supernatural or magical elements going on or not, and I know that some people love that, but I don't enjoy that kind of ambiguity. I want it to be one or the other, preferably for it to be magical or supernatural. I think that some people could absolutely love this for the vibes, and I did enjoy parts of it, but overall as a whole, it was too meandering and a little frustrating at times for me to love it. For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing, narrated by David Pitu, and I did listen to this on audiobook, but I do own it, and I already forgot if I even finished a single physical book in September. I'm not sure if I said that or not. I might have been thinking of this because I own it physically, but I read it on audiobook. But anyway, this is a mystery thriller about an English teacher named Teddy at this prestigious private school, and he is, really dedicated to shaping his students into, successful, upstanding individuals, no matter the cost. And other people sometimes are really annoying, and need to be taught lessons and be dealt with appropriately. So this was funny and entertaining. It was a great read with school getting back in session in September. I found the twists and reveals to be very fun. There are some layers to this that were, at some point I was like, wait, this person is involved now? It gets kind of wild. There are multiple POVs, but one of the main ones is Teddy. And being in his head was great. He's so, self-important and egotistical, thinks he's just God's gift to humanity, 4.5 stars. It was a very quick read via audiobook. The narrator was good. Really enjoyed this and recommend. Senlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. This is the first book in the Books of Babel fantasy series. And this is about a man named Thomas Senlin who comes to the legendary Tower of Babel with his wife Maria to experience its wonders on their honeymoon. But she disappears into a crowd and doesn't come back. And Senlin sets off on this quest up into the tower to find her. And this was 5 stars, such a unique read. So it reminded me of a mix of a few different things, of the movie Labyrinth, Perdido Street Station by China Miéville, Alice in Wonderland, and the book series Aberrat by Clive Barker, which I'm not sure if anyone has read that. That's kind of, I don't know if that's underground or not, but let me know if you've read Aberrat by Clive Barker. I love it. The setting was like gritty and dangerous. It had some steampunk elements, like there were some like mechanical creatures and steam fixtures and interaction. It felt surreal and absurdist at times. The characters are fun and zany, and the prose was very accessible, but also still had moments of, you know, poignancy and just impressive writing. There is a point in the latter half where the pace does slow down a bit, where Senlin finds himself unexpectedly employed, and there is a bit of a lull there. But other than that, this book was pretty fast-paced, chock full of just fascinating things to see. You know me, I love my world building, and it was super interesting. Senlin was an interesting guy who started out, to me, kind of pompous and unlikable, but he grew on me, and he's, you know, forced to evolve as a person. The ending is quite the cliffhanger, and I am invested and will definitely continue the series. It was of just a very unique fantasy, in my opinion, and I really enjoyed it. And the last thing that I read in September, another audiobook, The Afterdark by E. Latimer, narrated by Amanda Cordner, Emily Nixon, and Tom Nyus. This is a queer contemporary horror fantasy. It's about a girl named Evie who enrolls in this elite boarding school that borders this forest. And every night these shutters close everyone inside the school, and something malevolent called the Afterdark rolls out from the forest. And Evie has an instant connection, electric connection, with a girl named Holland, and the book switches between their two perspectives as they uncover dark secrets and try to manage their kind of dangerous attraction. This was a 3.5 star. The romance was engaging. It was also insta-love, but it worked in this context. And it's kind of like a, you know, this is a bad idea kind of romance for both of them. Not toxic, just not a good idea. I think it started off with some good intrigue and creepy dark academia vibes, but my interest did slowly decrease as the story went on. And like the fact that the school continues to exist and like there's no mention of like parents or teachers being concerned about what's going on, like you just have to like suspend your disbelief there, which is fine. The plot line with the secret society kind of lost me. The ending was kind of open, but I thought it was fine, so like it didn't blow me away, but it wasn't bad by any means. I'd recommend it if you want queer YA mystery horror in a school setting. So that is everything that I read in September. I feel like that went by so fast after spending so long wrapping up 3 months worth of books in my previous video. But yeah, so looking back on the things that I read, I didn't finish a single physical book in September. It was all, I mean, even though I owned one of them physically, they were all either audiobooks or Kindle reads. I was just so busy. I just had no time to be reading during my free time while at home when I was so busy wedding planning. But yeah, it was a pretty good month. I am currently, I'm excited to start reading spooky books in October. It's always so much fun. I just finished reading One Dark Window on audiobook, so I'm writing a review for that. And it was fine. It was good. It was a kind of a typical YA fantasy in a good way, but just like nothing super special. I just started for my local book club. It's called Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead, I think. And it's a translated like mystery, I think. I don't know about thriller, but like a mystery from like a couple decades ago or something, I think is when it originally came out, and it was translated into English. And then I am almost done with a contemporary thriller called So Happy for You, that is about like a wedding weekend that goes wrong. There's some danger, some maybe attempted murder, some crazy bridesmaid situation going on, and I've wanted to read that for a couple years, but I also was determined not to read it before my wedding because I didn't want to bring any bad juju or energy into my wedding. So I waited until right after I got married and then started reading it like a couple days after the wedding because I really wanted to read it. And it's a good one. There's a lot going on there, but I've enjoyed reading it. So yeah, in October, I don't have firm plans of what I want to read quite yet. I think I do want to try and read, what was it, Slewfoot by Brom, because I bought that and it's just so witchy Halloween. I think I want to try and read that. I may try and read a Catriona Ward because I love Catriona Ward. Oh, there's so many different options. I have a lot. I have a whole horror shelf here, and then also a whole book, a whole shelf of like thrillers and mystery, so I may try and switch it up. But yeah, I hope that you guys are having a great year. I hope that you're enjoying the changing of the seasons into cooler weather if you live in, the Northern Hemisphere. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!